Louisa Baiswa Smith, and I'm currently at Western Illinois University reading my master's in sociology.
Hi everyone, you're warmly welcome back to my channel. My name remains Miss Ampofwa and this is the International Student Hub. If today is the first time you're watching me, I want to say you're warmly welcome to my channel and I would urge you to subscribe. Over here, I vlog about my experience as an international student and also give educative tips on making it to graduate school. So today I have the singular honor to interview none other than my friend from the University of Cape Coast. So Louisa and I happen to be floor mates in level 100. So I think I was in room 109 and she was in room 111, if I remember. Yeah, room 111. And we belong or we are affiliates to the only hall in UCC. You can argue with your phones. Nobody cares. The only hall in UCC is Chroma Hall, and we are proud women of excellence. And it's that spirit of excellence that has brought us here. So, Louise, I'm happy to have you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well by the grace of God.
Nice.
How about you, small girl?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Sailing through by God's grace. So it's really amazing to have you here, Louise. I thank you for honoring my invitation.
You're welcome.
Okay.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Today we are going to talk about your F1 student visa experience. You are really excited to share your experience with people so that they can also learn a thing or two. So I'll quickly ask, in which year did you go for your visa appointment?
Okay. My visa appointment was August 2021, but it was before, I think I applied in 2019, but due to the COVID, I couldn't go for the interview. So I rescheduled it to 2021. And I finally had my interview on August 18, 2021.
Oh, okay. Wow. So how was it? How challenging was it?
It was quite challenging because when you apply for the visa, you are supposed to get a date. But in my case, I was supposed to start in August 2021. And the date I had was in, I think, September 2022.
Whoa.
So I had to talk to, luckily I was on a page and we knew that there was something called emergency appointment, but you can only apply for it, I think 62 days to the start of your program.
Okay, so you actually have to apply for the emergency appointment and they have to approve it. After the approval, that's when you go and look for date.
Yes.
A slot. Okay. So they can even approve the emergency, but once you don't have the slots, you are still nowhere.
Yeah, they can approve. There were people who had just approved for like 3 weeks to 1 month and still they had no slot.
Okay, so then it means you did everything on your own. You did not use any agents. Nobody assisted you in securing the appointment and everything. You did everything from.
I did everything by myself. I just received guidance from one guy called Fred.
Okay.
I was on his page, so it's just that when a date becomes available, they'll tell you that the date is available. Then you just rush and log in. If you're lucky, you get. If you're not.
I see. Okay. So when you were preparing for your visa, I know before you go for the appointment, you actually have to turn in an application. Yeah. So at what point did you submit your application and at what point did you book for the emergency? Which of them do you do first? Because I didn't actually go for my visa in Ghana, I really don't know how this whole emergency thing works. So how do you do it? Do you actually submit the entire application, then after you go and look for apply for the emergency, or you apply for the emergency before you submit?
Okay, initially we thought you have to submit your DS-160 form
Mm-hmm.
before you can apply for the emergency. But because of the page that I think I've forgotten the name of the page right now, but first page, and
Okay.
then they told us that it doesn't matter, you can still apply before you submit. But in my
Okay.
case, I submitted one first, the DS 160, and then I applied for the emergency appointment with the emergency appointment. It doesn't really matter the document you attach, but you can attach your service fee receipt,
Okay.
and then you can attach your I think your I-20.
Okay.
Those two can help you. So that's what I submitted. But later, before the interview, you can still make changes to your DS 160. So I
Okay.
still made changes, but you are supposed to submit it 48 hours prior to your interview.
Okay. I see. So take me through the emergency. Um, how did you apply for the emergency appointment? Did you go to their website, and was there a form that you just fill out, or you sent out an email to someone, and who is that person?
Oh, okay. I think people said there was an email option, but you have to log into your portal. So when you log in, I think uh, when you log in, there is, I think on the upper part, they have like some dot or something. So you just click on it and you select, I think apply for emergency appointment or something. So when you apply, they'll give you a space that you type in your reason for applying for the emergency. So
Okay.
I stated that I have a date in September 2022 and my program start date is in August 2021. So I would like to apply for an emergency appointment, and I attached my service fee receipt and then I think my I-20. Yeah. By
Okay.
the way, cases, some people didn't attach anything, but it was approved.
Oh, okay. Wow. So then let's go into the appointment. This is where most people are really interested in. So now you were able to apply for the emergency, you got a slot, and then now you had to go for the interview itself. So then, what were the questions that you were asked, if you remember? First, how long was the interview?
Mm, my interview was like 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes.
They asked me like four questions. So I think immediately I got there, I greeted the view. I was the African style. We are always expected to greet people when we meet them. So I greeted him, but he didn't respond to anything I said. So I just gave him my documents, my I-20, my admission letter, my scholarship letter, my passport, and then
Okay.
the service fee receipt. I gave him those three, I think 4 or 5 things. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and after the first question he asked me was that, what's this your study plan?
And how did you answer that?
Oh, okay. With that, I told him where I was going to. I said I'm going to Western Illinois University to study a Master of Arts in Sociology. And then I told him that the program is a 2-year program. The first year is for coursework. The second year is for research.
Hmm.
So, and I told him even the number of credit hours. So I was about telling him that for the second year, I'll be working on something related to gender. So I was coming to tell him about the topic. And then he was like, it's okay.
Okay, that was so much information.
Yeah,
What was the next?
I think the next one was why the school. He said, why Western Illinois University and no other university?
Um,
So I
and
think
what did you say?
I used my the information. I've even forgotten, but I used the information I had
Okay.
on the website, what I included in my statement of purpose. I
Okay.
think I told them I like the basically I talked about their specialization. They had a specialization in gender and then criminology. And
Mhm.
so I said that I think that specialization is very good. And I'm also interested in something related to that. before coming to the US, I was interested in doing something about gender-based violence. So
Okay.
seeing that they do something related to gender and criminology, I said, I think that would be the best school for me. And the second point I think I gave to them was that they also offered me a scholarship, even though it wasn't full, but that also motivated me to select Western Illinois over other schools.
Yeah, I think this question is frequently asked, and they normally ask people, so why that particular university?
Yeah.
And as Louisa said, it is very good to actually do your background research so that you can say something about the school, that this school is noted for this and that. For you can also talk about where the school's location is, because um sometimes location is also very important. Imagine migrating all the way from Ghana and coming to a place like Chicago. What will motivate you to actually be in
So
Chicago?
many things will motivate.
What will motivate you? So you have to tell them. You have to tell, and it should align with your expectations and then career goals. Because as a student, you won't come and tell them that because you want to have fun, maybe you are going to Las Vegas because Las Vegas is a party city, or you can't tell them that. But it should actually relate with your academic goals and then your research
Yeah, yeah. They are really
interest.
much into that. Whilst you are talking, they'll be looking on the screen. So they try to check what the information you provided in your DS 160. And
Consistency.
then they want to see if what you are saying, they kind of
If
flow
it's
in
consistent,
together. They,
yeah,
yeah, if it's consistent. If it's not,
yeah.
you're doomed.
Yeah. This question is very, very important. They ask, like, why this school? Sometimes they even go to the extent to ask, how many schools did you
Which school did
apply?
you
And then
apply?
why are you going to this one? So if maybe you apply to two schools and then now you are deciding on going to one and then not going to the other, then it means you have to give them reasons. Probably adding the scholarship bit is also important. That okay,
Yeah.
even though you gain admission in both schools, looking at your funding, the offer that came, you think that the school you have chosen or decided to go to gave you the best offer, and then that is why you are choosing that. Among other reasons you would have probably stated or
Yeah, yeah. I'm
had
sure, like always, the scholarship should come after you said
after,
something
yeah,
about the program or the
program.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that they will know that you are a serious student above all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the next question again?
Next one was about my, because I said initially that my funding wasn't full.
Mm-hmm.
It was a partial funding that was 13 hours, but it covered my full tuition and then
Okay,
some small stipends.
okay,
So the next, he said that he can see that I have a deficit. I had a deficit of, I think 7,000, like 7,500 or something. Well,
okay.
I can just try it. Yeah, 7,832. That was the deficit I had. So he said, I can see you have a deficit. So who's going to fund it? And then
That's a
that was,
serious question. It can
yeah,
make some people like lose guard.
yeah.
'Cause-
So I think with that, I tried to talk to him about my sponsor.
okay,
So I said that I have funding from the school, but the deficit is going to be funded by it was an uncle.
okay,
So, but I gave them the profile. Like I told them that he's a lecturer, he works in this company, like he has branches. I even mentioned all the branches he has.
okay.
So
You,
after
you didn't
saying,
go there to play.
yeah, yeah, I did. I really prepared because I even had a letter from my sponsor.
Okay,
I even had his, like I had I think my family business, I had their certificate and all that to support that even if my sponsor is not able to sponsor me to a point, my family business is going to take over. So
so
I told
was
them
that
about the
where you
program.
showed, you presented the, what's the name, bank statement, or you didn't
Oh
attach?
no, like because of the profile I gave, they were
Okay,
impressed. Like
okay, well,
they didn't even request for my
bank statement.
transcripts. They
Okay,
didn't request for bank statements, and And I think so when I was even answering the question, I tried to chip in that even though I was talking about the profile of my sponsor, I know there was a likelihood he might ask that why is he sponsoring you and not any other person. So I tried to tell the viewer that my uncle is also he's sponsoring me because of my academic competence, and he promised me that if I get a first class, he's going to sponsor me for through my master's program, whether in the country or outside the country. So yeah.
That was quite thoughtful of you, because I think you always have to go into the mind of the person. So if I tell this person this, what would be going through his head? What would he think next?
Yes.
Yeah. How would he take it? So you always have to, like, I don't know, anticipate their thoughts and also prepare, because with so much experience, they are able to know people who are lying and then people who are unprepared and clumsy and all that. I wish they asked me all these questions, but I over prepared. Like
Yeah. Oh,
my
I
file
over prepared.
my
Like,
file was this big, even though I was not in Ghana, even though I was in the UK, and then I had people telling me that, oh, going for the visa interview in the UK will not be as stressful as
yeah.
Ghana, because, like, yeah, you are a foreigner in the person's country, so wouldn't they want you to actually leave their country so that they will be free? But then I placed, like, I actually put in so much effort, and I think everyone should do that regardless. Because
Yeah.
even if you have the full funding, we have people who have full funding, but they still get denied.
Yeah, because the people had full funding, but they were denied.
We're denied. Yeah. Yeah, it's not always all about the funding, but how you conduct yourself. And once you are there, they want to know whether you are a genuine student. So you
Yeah.
can have the funding. With the application process, a lot of things go through. I know people who actually had people doing everything for them, right from application to everything. So they just had to go for the interview themselves. And that is where they are not prepared to actually answer the questions, and then they get denied, because they know that applying and getting, you have a lot of people supporting you to get there. So going for the visa is up to you to prove that you genuinely, like, are a student, and then they should give you the opportunity.
Yeah,
So
even the normal emergency appointments, people pay. I
yeah.
remember when I got my visa, the day we went for the visa, we met two ladies. They said they paid somebody 2,000 to 3,000 cedis to just book the emergency appointment for them.
Wow.
I was like, emergency appointment, and you are paid like 3,000 cedis. Just logging in.
All you need is at least if you get 5 Ghana to this bundle,
Yes,
it
you
can do
can.
something
And they paid like 3,000. And they said even the person still couldn't get a favorable date for them.
for them. I think if you want to come to graduate school, you should be really, like, instrumental in the application process and everything. Last time, the previous interview I had with Abigail, I was saying that searching for school is nothing. It's nothing. Making
Give me schools to apply.
give me schools to apply.
If the
We are
person is
tired
not,
of hearing "give me schools to apply."
even
Like,
if the
now,
person,
yeah,
the program the person is kind to offer is different from yours, give me school to apply.
yeah,
If it was even my program, now I can recommend the schools I applied. But
yeah.
like you're doing a business related program or science related and you're asking me I should give you schools to apply that give funding.
It's ridiculous, but this is a little, we are digressing a little, but these are some of the things we hear, and then you go like, hey, at this stage you can't even look for schools. What do you want to come and do here? What else? But that's on a lighter note. But the big idea here we are trying to convey is that if you want to come to graduate school, please be intentional, and then you know that graduate school is for mature people. So should be able to take the bull by the horn and do a lot on your own. Yeah. So that's 3 questions now. Am I?
Yeah, I think the last question was he said I should tell him about my undergraduate program.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So you told them
Yeah,
the
I
program
think
you were.
yeah, I told them that I read a my Bachelor of Arts in Social Science, Economics and
Okay.
Sociology at
Okay.
University of Cape Coast, and I told him that I completed in the year 2019.
Okay.
I said I started in 2015 and completed in 2019. Immediately I said, he was like, "You said you complete. Repeat what you said again." I'm sure he thought I said something different, so he was
Okay.
confirming. Then I said
Mm,
2019, and he said, "Okay."
okay.
And I told them that I completed with. I mentioned my class, my
Yeah.
GPA, and I said that I conquered. I said that I was the best graduating student.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for lying.
Something like that. That's what like you have to make it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter your
Your
GPA.
cohort is watching. Your cohort.
It doesn't matter. Like people with 3.0 were all
Yeah.
saying they were the best students in their program. So what should I say? You just
Yeah.
have to.
You know, I actually went for my interview appointment with my Dean's Award certificate just to make
Yeah, I
sure.
did. I
Yeah.
went. I went with my Dean's Award.
Yeah.
I even
So,
had like I think an award I had in is it at my junior high school result. I took
no,
everything.
just
Primary
that
school.
that was too extreme.
I took everything.
Yeah, yeah, but we are trying to tell like viewers, we are trying to let you know like the extent that you have to go to actually make your story convincing, and that alone is a plus. But we are not saying that by force. Go and we know Ghana people. By
Yeah,
now, somebody
but
will go and then create a certificate. We beg. If it's not there, it's not there.
if it's not there, me in my case,
Mm-hmm.
because if I said I was the best graduating student, at least I had a Dean's Award certificate with me that I could show.
Yeah.
If to and my transcript too, I had it. So
Yeah.
they can just look at my transcripts and they will believe everything because
Yeah, and even with that, with Louisa's case, her GPA, she was among let me say, she was among the best five in our cohort. So in any way, she's
but
not
even in my
lying.
case, he never said congratulations. After I talked about
Was it a woman or a man?
a
A man.
man, and
He
the
was
man was
lovely.
rejecting people, like he was rejecting.
Wow.
And even from my page, anybody who was rejected, majority of them were saying it was that man.
That man. Okay.
Yeah, so
He
I
has
was.
quite a good name there.
Oh yeah, I was shivering because I wanted to go to there were two women and then two men. I wanted to go to
Mhm.
any of the women. It
Okay.
was actually I think one woman had my surname, so I
Okay.
thought maybe it would help me. But it got to my turn. I had to go to the man. So when I was talking, I was shivering. I felt my voice was a little shaky, but
Tricky, yeah.
I didn't stop. I was consistent. If you
Yeah.
try to like you can't you speak a little and you stop and all
And
that.
you fidget and all
Yeah,
that. It's like you are thinking.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was consistent. I was just flowing, even though I felt I was shivering. But the night before my interview, my brother and his wife stressed me out. They will let me go for my documents. They'll tell me to go outside. I'll enter. Like everything, like the interview setting, they'll be like, I should put my hands behind me. Like they were just trying to make me. They said you shouldn't overdress. In my case, I was just wearing African print and then
And
shoe. It
yeah.
wasn't a heel though, just African print.
You have to be really particular about some of the things. Some people would think that it doesn't matter, but people actually observe. People actually observe. Sometimes it's not about what you are telling the view, but how you are acting, how you are fidgeting, like you not making eye contact. The whites, they are really particular
Yeah,
about eye contact.
yeah.
So somebody can tell you that by virtue of the fact that you communicating with them and not making eye contact, it means you are a liar.
You are a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I even learned whilst you are in the queue,
Mhm.
they observe everybody in the queue.
So then, through it all, advice would you give them? I think we've said a lot back.
We said a lot
Yeah.
already. Okay. I think they should just be consistent they should try to get people to interview them. Yeah,
Like a
friends.
rehearsal.
Yeah, a rehearsal. They can just get a couple of questions online on YouTube and all that. Then they should just try to rehearse. But even though they are rehearsing, when they go there and they are talking, they shouldn't make it look like it's a rehearsed something. Yeah, they shouldn't forget about prayers, because it was prayers that really held me. It did.
That's a good one. And I also like to add about organization. I think the previous video we stated it, but be very organized, especially when you enter. There are some particular document they'll ask your service receipt. I think the DS2 they request, and
Yeah,
then I
the
think
confirmation page of your
confirmation
DS,
page. Yeah, so those should be, and then your I-20 is very important.
your passport.
And then make sure you sign the I-20 too. Make sure
Yeah,
you sign. Yeah.
your
And it's,
passport, and then your picture. You have to have
yeah,
a
passport pic.
US sized passport picture.
Yeah. So they should be in order. For me, I think look back and then I want to actually remember that day, what actually went on. One of the things, let me say one of my highs during that process was the fact that I presented the document and then the lady was like, "You are so organized." That was it. For me, that was my interview. The first impression really counts because you won't have the second opportunity to like impress them. There are certain situations that you can always have the second chance, but then you going for your visa interview, when else, unless they bounce you and you don't want to be bounced and then you go back to go and create the better impression. So just be self-aware when you are going, like self-conscious, prepare, and then if you are religious, I would say pray to God. So, Louisa, what are some of the shout outs you have?
Okay. Mm, I'll just say that. Okay, me, my first of all, my thanks goes to God for helping me out, like throughout prayers. I was just praying to God, and then He came through for me when I thought all hope was lost. And then to Fred, this,
Um,
yeah, he was very helpful,
okay.
and
And
to all
you have
others.
no shout outs. Shout outs, oh my vote of thanks.
Vote of
Guys,
thanks.
pardon me. I think today I'm putting up a different character here. It's
No,
because of my
no,
relationship with Louisa. You go like, girl, is that not here? Sorry, it's because of my
no, so
relationship
not
with
you.
her.
So
So,
not.
Mr. My shout out, I want my vote of thanks.
This is me.
Would you say greetings from abroad? Don't shout my man.
Oh, greetings from abroad. Oh, yeah. Okay. Greetings to my little girl, my small girl. Yeah. My mom, Rebecca, and her small boy, my dad, Isaac.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
Rebecca and
see.
Isaac in the Bible.
I see.
Yeah. And then my family members, my auntie Monica, and my brother and his wife, Kennedy, and then Dorcas.
Nice.
Shout out to them. Yep.
Nice. Thank you very much for honoring my invitation. It's been such a wonderful discussion and educative, and I hope viewers will actually put whatever they learn here into practice. And we wish everyone the very best, very best. We hope that you make it and then you join us so that the Ghanaian community here expands. We are taking the globe. Okay, so on this note, I
And
would like to
populating
say,
Ghana.
yeah, I would say
Bye.
adios. Bye bye.